welcome to ThreatTraq Essentials. I'm here this week with John Markley. How are you, John?
I'm doing great. How are you, Don?
Let's talk about this week's ThreatTraq stories. The first one that John Hogaboom brought to us was about Microsoft Exchange, about a leak with over 100,000 credentials that got out there.
Yeah, so John mentioned this Autodiscovery part of Outlook and Exchange, where if you have a new account, it tries to share the credentials so that it can set up that connection. And, you know, it just isn't quite working the way I think that we would all want it to.
So what do you do to protect yourself from that kind of vulnerability when it's not working correctly?
Yeah, right now what it does is, like I said, it goes out and tries to set this up so it checks a couple of different websites. The best bet right now is that if you have a firewall or some other network controls, block things that like match that key phrase. And John goes into it, like autodiscover.com.br, you know, all the links that are out there. Unfortunately, right now, a lot of the controls are going to rely on Microsoft, which do not have a patch right now.
Okay, so we'll stay tuned and hope something gets released soon so that people can be safe. Let's talk about Jim Clausing's story about an Azure vulnerability called Oh My God.
Yeah, exactly. I still get a kick out of the names that people give vulnerabilities and attacks, but and I shouldn't, because it just spurs them to come up with more outrageous ones. But the OMI interface is a mechanism that is used for external controls, and they found a vulnerability in it and on Linux systems, and these are used a lot of times in Azure environments. So Jim goes into that whole message about what this vulnerability is, how it attacks, and that Mirai actually is leveraging the vulnerability. And then of course, there's solutions, right? The solution is the update to the latest version of the software, or to turn off OMI. You don't need it, unless you're using it, so disable it.
You told us about some new Android malware that's using texts about COVID-19 to lure people into clicking on them. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's kind of, of course, you want to watch the story to get the full effect. It's really a challenge from this nature of our lives right now, is that if I get a text today from somebody I think might be halfway legitimate saying, here's some new COVID information, or here's some controls or messages about your health, we tend to click on those. And it's just, we just got to be careful. Don't trust suspicious text. Don't click links you don't know. And then the second part of this issue is it actually tries to install software. So the user has to be tricked into installing software on their Android phone. And it's just, just don't do it. If it's not coming from an official app store, just don't install anything.
Well, that's great advice, John. And those of you watching, if you want to keep up with great advice like this every week, like or subscribe below. And if you want to take a deeper look into any of these stories, which we recommend you do, click on the stories and watch them in their entirety. We'll see you next time.